Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Outdoors Barbecue. It's been a while since I got my Pit Boss Champion barrel smoker out. I've got myself an absolutely beautiful tri-tip. What we're going to do is we're going to hang it, we're going to season it, we're going to serve it with a Pico de Gallo. I cannot wait to get rocking, so let's go. I've done a few cooks and a few videos using this Pit Boss Champion barrel smoker now, but I wanted to pull out the hanging rack again and try something different. Start off by filling up your chimney around half full and then light it up. My tri-tip has already been trimmed by my butcher. Today we are keeping our rub nice and simple. SPG, salt, pepper, garlic. If you have a shaker, use it. To be honest, I was being a little bit lazy here. Rather than go upstairs and get my shaker, I've just done this all by hand. But make sure you've got a nice coverage across that tri-tip. To be honest, your coals don't need to be super hot at this point because they're going to continue burning in the basket here. So just chuck them in, close it up, and then get your temperature up to around 225 degrees Fahrenheit. Initially, what I'm doing is I'm opening up my dampers so I can get maximum airflow. These meat hooks do not come with the Pit Boss Champion barrel smoker, so you need to buy them yourself. And all I'm doing here is I'm just estimating where I want those hooks to go into the steak. So with my tri-tip, I want the tip of the tri-tip to be closer to the top. Reason being is the top of the tri-tip will probably cook a little bit quicker, so I want that further away from the heat. And by double hooking this, it's just going to give it a little bit more stability whilst I'm hanging. By now, I've closed off some dampers. I'm sitting at about 200 degrees. Generally, it's a good idea to get up to 225 first, but I wanted to get this going. I'm also using my ThermPro today. I'm going to poke it into the thickest part of the tri-tip so I can keep an eye on the temperature to try and get it to that perfect medium rare. For that smoky flavour, I'm using cherry chunks today. Now that's underway, let's turn our attention to our Pico de Gallo. So we've got ourselves some cilantro, otherwise known as coriander here in Australia, some chopped jalapeno, some chopped red onion or white onion, your choice, and then dice yourself up a tomato, a splash of lime, as well as a little bit of salt to finish. I've also thrown in a few corn on the cobs, wrapped in some butter, as well as some beautiful spices. I'm hitting 225 degrees Fahrenheit beautifully. The steak is at 120. I normally wouldn't pull it out, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to pull it out just so we can see how it's getting the smoke, how it's looking, and then we'll put it back in until we get to about 135 degrees Fahrenheit internal. This tri-tip is coming along beautifully. As you can see, I'm starting to get some nice smoke colour. It's really starting to firm up. Pretty good result for where it's at. So let's put it back in, finish the smoke, and she'll be good to go in about 15 degrees time. A peaceful, clear night, your smoker going. Does it get any better than that? Okay, so I've hit 135 degrees Fahrenheit. It's time to pull this out and let it rest. So I'm going to pull it out, I'm going to throw it straight onto my board, hooks in, and then I'm going to wrap it up in some foil very, very lightly. Reason being, these hooks are going to be super hot, so let them cool down whilst that steak is resting. After 5-6 minutes, she should be good. The hooks now are reasonably cool, so easy to pull those out and put them to one side. Time to slice into this tri-tip. I'm sure most of you know the tri-tip sits just below the sirloin. A cut of meat can be a little bit tough if you don't get your cook right. This steak though, is looking pretty damn good. I've got some lovely colour, I can see some nice juices there. Let's arrange her up for a nice photo. Here is my Pico de Gallo. I'm going to finish with a little bit of smoky finishing salt, and there you go. It looks absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to dig in and give this a go. So what I'm going to do is just slice one of them in half. One half I'm going to eat without any Pico de Gallo, and then the other half I'm just putting a little bit on. Okay, let's give this a crack and see how she went. Firstly, I'm going to get the piece without that beautiful pico de gallo meat on its own. It's juicy. And it's super tender, super tasty. That finishing salt just gave it a little bit more extra smokiness, which is beautiful. Now let's try the piece with the pico de gallo. Complements it beautifully. That was great. First time I've cooked tri-tip in the Pit Boss, and especially by hanging, but that is super tasty. Super happy. I'm going to go inside, eat some dinner. My corn's finishing up now. We'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Would I cook tri-tip the same way again in the future? Damn right I would. It was a super tasty dinner. The next day I had enough leftovers to make myself a beautiful steak sandwich. Absolutely well worth it, guys. Cheap cut of meat, beautiful cook, great smoke. Really appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you again in the next one. Catch you later, guys.